And thank you very much there to Simon with the Gospel of Simon. That's thank you very much, Simon, for entertaining you for the last.
Harry.
Have you been here an hour, Simon?
Been here an hour, yes.
He's been here an hour, and for you, ladies and gents, you've got me for an hour. And this is Harry. I'm back. I've done 2 shows and I had 2 weeks off. Can you believe it? 2 shows and 2 weeks off. Well, I was at a family wedding, so you know it is justified. I'm very tired. I am very tired. In fact, I'm even knackered because we've been working hard. But here we go anyway, ladies and gents, and I'm gonna hit you with an absolute cracker of a song. This is a bit of OMD. And there you go, a bit of orchestral manoeuvres in the dark in Nola Gay. One of their best songs, if you ask me. So guys, I am back. I've been away for 2 weeks, and here we go again. And my show, hopefully, as you know, is Memories and Musical Soup. Now, Memories and Musical Soup, if you want to know a bit more, you'll have to hang around. Memories, I mean, that's funny because I've got a terrible memory, and I've called my show Memories. I don't know why. I've got to say a massive chuck up, ladies and gents, before I go any further, to the finest 2 young ladies in my life that are listening today. And that is my partner, Kay, and my adoptive granddaughter, Dana. Now, she don't like it when I call her Dana Banana, but that's her name, isn't it, Dana? She's only 6 years old. She's a lovely young lady. Anyway, we're with the 80s at the minute, and here's another absolute classic from the 80s. A bit of Erasure. And that's a little bit of Erasure there. Sometimes Erasure done an absolutely cracking album, and I think it was called ABBA-esque, but don't quote me on that, where they sang a lot of ABBA songs in their own fashion, and it was absolutely cracking. I've got a lovely song for you now, Roberta Flack, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. Now this show is called Memories. So after this one, guys, I'm going to give you a memory from deep within my past. But what I want, guys, we don't want my memories. I want your memories. Send them in on the chat forum there. Give me your memories. Give me the song. Give us a little bit of banter about it. Tell me what you think. So this one, Roberta Flack, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. Absolutely beautiful. Roberta Flack, The Last Time Ever I Saw Your Face. And the funny thing is, when I see the word face, it reminds me of what people have been saying to me for years. They said, Harry, you, my handsome, have got a face for radio. So I thought they meant I would just be brilliant on the radio, but, you know, I'm not too sure now. Anyway, forget that. Guys, no, memories. This, I'm going back into my absolute past now. I'm going to go back to 1976. Now, I think I've already said on here before, I was 28, 30 years ago, so, you know, I've got a few years under my belt, and in 1976, I was either 11 or 12 or 13, I'm not too sure, and who cares anyway. And I'm going to say something now, any of you boys that are my age and were brought up in Plymouth-ish, or ladies of course, I'm going to say this word, Maker Camp. Is anyone swooning? Maker Camp? Well, if you don't know, if you was around in that time at school, and I think it was the end of primary school, possibly the beginning of secondary school, most pupils in Plymouth got took away for, I think it was about 4 days, at a place called Maker Camp, which is over across the water, you see, over in bloody Cornwall. And Maker Camp was, well, it was a camp that was built using Air Raid 2 shelters. There was lots of them, and we as kids, we all stayed in these shelters, and all the teachers were there, and they took us out. We went walking down by the beach, and I remember it being a fantastic time. It was a great, great memory for me. And Mother and Father gave the school some money, which the school looked after, and every day they gave us our allowance, which I think was 5 pence. Can you believe that now? You wouldn't get much for 5 pence. So we had 5 pence to spend in the tuck shop, and there was things going on every day. And this memory's been bolstered now by it's something that's happened in my latter life. Now, each school had to do a show, shall we say, or we had to do a part of a show. Now, in my school, we went on stage with pretend guitars and pretend microphones, and we sang along to a song that was number 3 in the charts at the time, I seem to recall, although it did go to number 1 after. And it's a song by a group that is still around now. And the irony of this, ladies and gentlemen, is that song I now sing on stage with a ukulele band. Ah! Ukulele! Yes, a ukulele band. And I sing this song. Now, the reason I sing it, and don't try not to tell anyone this, is they say because I sound like them. Now, I don't know if any of you guys can think I possibly sound like someone from a band, but apparently so. Apparently so. I sound a little bit like these lot here.
I drove my tractor through your haystack last night. I threw me pitchfork at your down. One wee grand couple at that last Wurzel dance. I wore brand new gaiters and me cordy right pants. In your new Sunday dress, with your perfume smelling grand. We had our photos taken us sold in end. Now I got a brand new from my harvester, and I'll give you the key. Now that we both passed our 50s, I think that you and me should stop this gallivanting. And will you marry me? 'Cause I got a brand new from my harvester, and I'll give you the key. Oh, you're a fine-looking woman, and I can't wait to get my hands on your land.
He make me laugh, that's for sure. That's the Wurzels, everybody. I love the Wurzels. It's a great song and very ironic for me now. As I said, we stood on stage when I was 12 with homemade cardboard instruments and we mimed to that song. I don't know if we won the competition. I doubt it, to be honest. But as I said now, I sings it in pubs and clubs and all over the place. And the funny thing about that, now I don't know what you guys think of my accent out there, because I've got no idea. But people do tell me when I speak to them, they say, "Where are you from, babe? Down deepest Cornwall way?" Well, no, I'm not from deepest Cornwall. I'm a Plymouthian, born and bred. But been here all my life. I have moved to Saltash just of recent with my new young lady who's listening tonight. Hello again, my lovely young lady Kay. And hello to Dana. I hope you're having a lovely evening together. Now, back to Maker Camp. If anyone has remembered Maker Camp, and I think you do have to be around about the 58 years old-ish to remember it, give or take 10 years either side maybe, give us a message. Give us a message. Steve has sent in. He loves the Wurzels and he's asked for a bit of Gary Newman, and we got a bit of Gary Newman coming up for you. But before that, just a little bit more about Maker Camp. We all, as kids, we all enjoyed it. I'm sure I did. I remember we went walking by the sea, we went swimming, we were taken into a church and we did brass rubbings. And the funny thing I remember the most, teachers when you're at school, they were, oh, there's a teacher. But they seem to change at Maker Camp. They changed into lovely, lovely people. And we did have one lady teacher, which I can't remember her name, but she used to come in of an evening when we was all going to bed and all give us a good night kiss. And for some reason we called them knockout drops. I've got absolutely no idea mine, but we had a ball at that place. And honestly, Maker Camp, there's not a lot on the internet about Maker Camp. I did go there and I made a video with my quadcopter before it was made illegal of Maker Camp. We had a cup of tea in what is now a little cafe there. It's really, really nice. Very nice place to go, Maker Camp. Now, whilst the Wurzels there was number 3 in the charts at that time, the song that was number 1 was this one.
Omnium Sweets and Beats, delivering directly to your front door. Omnium Radio relies on your donations to be able to provide our services to you. Please use the donation button to help us. Any amount, large or small, is most welcome. All donations are a huge helping hand. Thank you. Check this out.
And that was just a few messages from our sponsors. So, we got Mandy on the chat now. Mandy, great show, Harry. She loves ABBA and she's going to London to see the ABBA Voyage show. Mandy, I'm just wondering, are you going on a coach or are you going on a train? Go on, tell us. Tell us. And this one is for you, Steve. This is a bit of Gary Newman, Cars. And that's Gary Newman and Stevie Boy, that is for you. Bit of Gary Newman. Mandy says she's going on the train. She says sorry. I guess Mandy must know what I do for a living. But we better keep that a bit secret for the time being. What do you guys think? Now, musical soup. We haven't had much musical soup today at the moment. My idea of musical soup was a little bit of, this song doesn't really get played alongside that song. And, I mean, when's the last time you heard that Combine Harvester on the radio? Well, just to prove I'm not an absolute 1980s Egypt, here's a little bit something more modern. And this one, guys, is beautiful. Now, we're a radio station, so we don't have the video here, but if you ever get the chance to watch the official video to this, go and watch it. It's absolutely beautifully stunning. And this is James Blunt.
Before they turn off all the lights, I wanna read you your wrongs or your rights. The time has gone. I'll tell you good to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So baby, won't you don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters away.
Absolutely stunning song. And if you've seen the video, it does take on a whole new meaning. So, Let's lighten up the day just a wee snatch. Mr. Gruber's stolen my marmalade sandwich. Let's see what Rupert got to say about that.
There's a little bear like you've never seen before. He's a lot of fun. Children everywhere, little does he more and more. He's the number one. There's a million stories to be told of the things that he's done, and he's gonna share them all with you. So come along. Oh, Rupert the bear, everyone sing his name. Rupert the bear, everyone come and join in all of his games.
Okay, Rupert the Bear, what did he have to say about that? Oh dear. Well, I did say musical soup, didn't I? Did I say musical soup? I think I did. Now, there's a song from years ago which, when it was on, I'm just thinking, what a load of rubbish. But now, I actually quite like it. And I'll get the name wrong, but Grand Melly Flash, something or other, White Lines. But, ladies and gents, there's a different version of it. A much different version of it. And this is a little bit funky, I think. And this is White Lines by Traffic. And the soup is cooking at the minute, guys. We're cooking away. I think it's a right minestrone tonight. So I'm going to keep going with the soup. And this is a song that probably gets very, very little air attention on radios. But I like it, so I'm going to play it to you. I am a very, very, very amateur musician. The most amateurist you can imagine. And I love strange instruments. I look at strange instruments regular. And there's a chap called Jim Cusa. Now I believe he's died a long, long time ago, but he played something called a hammered dulcimer. And he made famous, one of his songs anyway, was the Jenny Lind Polka. In brackets, Johnny Get Your Hair Cut. Now I think this one's going to be quite loud looking at the radio waves, but have a little listen to this one. This is Jim Cusa, the Jenny Lind Polka, and we're souping it up today. And there we go, that was Jim Cusa and the Jenny Lind Polka. Johnny Get Your Hair Cut. We are souping it up today. I reckon that's chicken and leek. I'm not sure, could be a minestrone. Now then, ladies and gents, do you all remember a time in your life when you weren't very good at something and you were just starting out and all of a sudden you realise, oh dear, I've done something wrong and I don't know. Because I don't know, but I think I've just played you 1 minute and 18 seconds of air. Nothing. So if I have, oh please forgive me, because I am only starting, but you're allowed one mistake. I don't think Maradona or Pele got it right to start with, didn't they? They probably scored a few own goals. But anyway, if that's what's happened, I'm terribly sorry. If it hadn't happened, forget the last 1 minute conversation. Just go, what a top show, Harry, you're great. Anyway, back to the music. Okay, bit of Decon Blue. Again, 1980s. The 1980s was my year, I can't help it. I was there popping away down at the discotheque to all this cracking music. And here's a bit of Decon Blue. And that, ladies and gents, is nearly the end of the show for today. I proper enjoyed myself, and I do hope you've enjoyed listening to me. And as I said, if I made a mistake, we can just forget that. It didn't happen. Shh. Don't tell anyone, especially the boss. So that is the end of the show, guys. I've had a cracking time, and I hope you've enjoyed listening to me. Well, I'm going to be here now every Thursday from 6 till 7. And I'm told there's various slots in and around that I can fill in for if I've got a bit of spare time. So that, ladies and gents, is my plan. So I've been Harry, you've been listening to My Memories and Musical Soup. And we're going to end, ladies and gents, with a bit of Johnny Cash. And I'll say goodbye for now with this one. This is Johnny Cash and The Man Comes Around.
And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse. There's a man going round taking names, and he decides who to free and who to blame. Everybody won't be treated all the same. There'll be a golden ladder reaching down when the man comes around. The hairs on your arm will stand up at the terror in each sip and in each sup. Will you partake of that last offered cup, or disappear into the potter's ground when the man comes around? Hear the trumpets, hear the pipers, 100 million angels singing. Multitudes are marching to the big kettle drum. Voices calling, voices crying. Some are born and some are dying. It's Alpha and Omega's kingdom come. And the whirlwind is in the thorn tree. The virgins are all trimming their wigs. The whirlwind is in the thorn tree. It's hard for thee to kick against the pricks. Till Armageddon, no shalom, no shalom. Then the father hen will call his chickens home. The wise men will bow down before the throne, and at his feet they'll cast their golden crowns when the man comes around. But whoever is unjust, let him be unjust still. Whoever is righteous, let him be righteous still. Whoever is filthy, let him be filthy still. Listen to the words long written down when the man comes around. Hear the trumpets, hear the pipers, 100 million angels singing. Slaves are marching to the big kettle drum. Voices calling, voices crying. Some are born and some are dying. It's Alpha and Omega's kingdom come. And the whirlwind is in the thorn tree. The virgins are all trimming their wicks. The whirlwind is in the thorn tree. It's hard for thee to kick against the pricks. In measured hundredweight and penny pound, when the man comes around. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him.